How many tracks can you beat backwards in Mario Kart 7? Let's find out. Here we have the first track of the Mushroom Cup, Toad Circuit. Right off the bat, I gotta say, I think this track's possible, as there's no glider sections that are required. Also, it's a very simple track. The way we're going to be doing this is be driving the backwards way of the track. I'm not going to actually drive backwards. We're just going to do the track backwards, if that makes sense. I feel like this one's, as I said, very much possible. The way we'll know is if we're able to do one lap, that means it's possible, because every lap is the same in Mario Kart 7's tracks. They didn't start doing each lap's different until 8 Deluxe, if I'm correct. Well, the booster course pass. And that means Toad Circuit's possible. Next up, we have Daisy Hills. I actually like this track. I know a lot of people aren't the biggest fan of this track. I think it looks amazing, has great music. And it's honestly a very forgettable track. I would love to see it come back in the next Mario Kart, though. And here we go. This level, I can already tell, is not, because you have the huge glider section. Meaning, since there's a glider section, and you can't go backwards through those, this track is not possible. Next up, we have Cheep Cheep Lagoon. I'll be honest, I don't remember this track very well either. I mainly remember the first two tracks of the Mushroom Cup, and then I just start forgetting them. As the Mushroom Cup's one of the Grand Prix I feel like I've played the least, even though Toad Circuit's one of my favorite tracks in the Booster Course Pass in Mario Kart 7. Wait, is this part possible? That's what I'm wondering. If we're able to get through here, this is possible. Can we drive up this ledge with the star? You might actually be able to cheese this. Hold on. Let's see. Looks like it's ramped off, and because of that, the fact that it's blocked off, I'm gonna say Cheep Cheep Lagoon is not possible. Here we have the last track of the Mushroom Cup, Shy Guy Bazaar, and there's a theme with every track, almost every track so far. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. There's a lot of glider sections, making a lot of these tracks impossible because, well, it's the main gimmick of Mario Kart 7. I did not realize that going into this. And that makes 3 of the 4 Mushroom Cup tracks unbeatable due to glider sections. Here we are in the Flower Cup. First track, Woohoo Loop. Now we're using Peach, one of the Tour alt styles. I didn't see which one it is. Let's see. The music in this track absolutely slaps. Wait. This one actually might be possible, now that I think about it. I get this and Maka Woohoo mixed up. So far, so good. I can't see because Lakitu won't get out of my face, but that's the first section. With most tracks that are divided into sections, I feel like they're going to be harder to beat. Especially 3DS Rainbow Road. I have a lot of doubts about that one. But with this track, it's looking like it's going to be possible, which is great. Second track of the whole game. Unless we get hit with a surprise glider section. Or some kind of garbage. That's the second lap. We went through the third lap and second lap. All we have left is the first lap now. Which I crashed. It's possible. Next we have Mario Circuit. I didn't realize this recently, but every Mario Kart, basically every Mario Kart has a Mario Circuit. That's something fairly obvious that I didn't realize till recently. This is another one that I feel like's possible. Just like gut feeling that it's possible. As I say that, nope. Glider section. It's music park time. One of my favorite Mario Kart 7 tracks. It's just an absolute vibe. And we can't complete it because of a small ledge. Here we go, Rock Mountain. Another track I really like, and I'm glad that returned in 8 Deluxe. This one is definitely not possible. There's like 4 different glider sections. Let's just test it out to see. Yep. Here we are in the Star Cup Piranha Plant Slide. Another track I really do like. It seems that we're getting all of these like back to back. We're playing the Wii Balance board now. I've noticed that the only tracks that have been possible have been the first 2 tracks of the Grand Prix. The first track of the first 2 Grand Prix. This track breaks the trend. Not possible. Wario Shipyard. A track that I tend to forget exists. I cannot lie. But here we go. So far through this challenge, our luck hasn't been the best. I think only 2 tracks so far have been beatable. That was just me failing. That... Okay. Not possible. Neo Bowser City. A track that I have faith in. Because it's just a circle. Why? Here we are in Makawoohoo. I already have a feeling that this version's not possible to beat. Oh yeah, because it's a one-way track. Now it's time for the Special Cup. Starting with DK Jungle. Okay, there's no way it's impossible off the rip. I hope at least one track here is possible. Okay, good. The jump worked. But that doesn't help because once again, for the millionth time, glider section. Or with Rosalina's Ice World, a track. When it came to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I was shocked to see it return. I have faith in this track being possible. Never mind. Why do I keep saying it? Right off the bat, I don't even need to go backwards to say this, since there's a glider section right in front of us. We're gonna have to go backwards through that. This track's immediately impossible. And here we are on the best rainbow road in the entire Mario Kart series. And we're on a really bad streak of impossible tracks. That's another entire Grand Prix that's not beatable, due to the main gimmick of Mario Kart 7. And those are the new tracks that were added in Mario Kart 7. Only 2 of the 16 tracks were beatable backwards, because of glider sections. I have more faith in the retro returning tracks, as I doubt there's going to be as many gliders in those. But let's get right into it. Here we are on the first retro track, playing as Naruto, just because I think it's really funny. I think this track's possible. I should really stop saying that, because it seems to be whenever I say it, it's just not possible. But this one, I don't think even has a glider section. So we should be good, because there's the finish line. It's beatable. Here we are with GBA Bowser's Castle 1. I complain a lot about Bowser's Castle tracks, and this is one of the reasons why. Because they're all bland and way too similar. This part I thought was going to be impossible. You gotta be kidding me. It keeps... making it so I go the right way, but because of the fact that if you get the jumps right, it's definitely possible, I feel like. I don't know how long the issue is. Maybe, well, I could definitely get... If you can get the jumps, I feel like you're good. Yeah, once you get those, you should be good. I was worried this track wasn't going to be possible. But no, turns out just difficulty's the problem. Not impossibility, as we beat the track. It's time for Mushroom Gorge, everybody's favorite Mario Kart Wii track. I was shocked that the last track was possible. I feel like this track, going into it's going to be a very similar situation to... Bowser's Castle, where it's not... Never mind. I was going to say it's not impossible, just difficult, but no, it's just impossible. It's Luigi's Mansion time. I feel like I tell this story every time we're on this track. About the time I found, when I did online for the Finding a Hacker video, there was this person who just wasn't moving for a majority of the race. Well, not a majority, but for like 5 minutes. Not even, like a minute. It was so funny. That's what I think of when I play this track. Also, it's possible. Since that's the starting line. Over here is where I found that guy in that video. And possible. Here we are, Koopa Beach. I've run out of intros for these tracks. We're playing as Metal Sonic now. Only thing I know this track for is the fact that everybody wanted it in the Booster Course Pass, but Nintendo wouldn't give it to us. Probably because we have a million other beach tracks. Luckily that glider section wasn't required, meaning we can just go right past it. This Metal Sonic mod is really cool. I just wanted to comment on it. All the mods I'm showing today are pretty cool. Oh, and the track's possible. Here we have one of the many identical SNES tracks. Not possible. Here we are, Wii Coconut Mall, another favorite of the community. The music absolutely slaps. This music absolutely slaps. It just goes absolutely hard for no reason. Glider section, so impossible. Here we go, Waluigi Pinball. A track I like a lot. It's just so fun, the music slaps. I don't think I've ever played this track backwards. That part in the middle down there, like the actual pinball area, would be perfect for a battle mode map. Just saying, if someone from Nintendo's watching this. Also, the track's not possible backwards. Here we are with Calamari Desert. Arguably, well, not arguably, just one of the worst tracks in the entire Mario Kart franchise. And we're using Tanuki Rosalina as this is the Leaf Cup. It just makes sense. One of the only things that makes sense today. I think we're good with this track, surprisingly, because no glider section. I was right. Let's go. Our DK Pass, the better of the winter-themed Donkey Kong tracks. DK Summit is bad, in my opinion. Not possible. Z Cruiser, a track that I'm debating if it's possible. I know the underwater path definitely isn't. Luckily, that's not the only option. Because I can just go this way, get into the cabin, go through here, dining hall. What's worrying me is where the pool is. I don't know if that is possible, but it's not. Other than that, it could have been, but It's impossible, unfortunately, because of a ledge. It's the moment everyone's been looking forward to. The best track in the entire Mario Kart franchise. Maple Treeway. Is it possible? Nope. For the millionth time, there's a glider section, which is expected. But wait, if you fall off the track, it puts you above the glider section. But even then, there's a second glider section you can't skip. So it's still impossible, unfortunately. Here we are playing Koopa Cape. The best version of Koopa Cape. It's not 8 Deluxe. Sadly, we have a jump that can't be cleared, meaning this track's impossible, just like most. GameCube. Dino Jungle. I forget this track exists. I know some people wanted it for 8 Deluxe, but I forgot it existed. Not possible. Once again, another track people wanted to return in 8 Deluxe. We got DS Airship Fortress. Wow, we're making a little bit more progress than I expected. So I'm hopeful about this now. Never mind. Here we are. The final track of Mario Kart 7. SNES Rainbow Road. As you see, final race of the entire challenge. Hopefully we can end with something successful, since overall this challenge hasn't been too successful. We've had a couple levels where we succeeded, but a majority of them have been fails because of either ledges or glider sections. Should have expected that going into this, as the main gimmick of this game is gliders. But let's go, it's possible. And with that, 6 of the 16 returning tracks were possible backwards. Way less than I was expecting. There was a surprising amount of high ledges and glider sections, but overall, still pretty successful. Overall, we were able to beat 8 of the 32 tracks backwards, including Toad Circuit and Woohoo Loop from Mario Kart 7, and for the retro tracks, we have N64 Luigi's Raceway, GBA Bowser's Castle 1, DS Luigi's Mansion, N64 Koopa Beach, N64 Calamari Desert, and SNES Rainbow Road. I was hoping for more to be beatable, but due to the main gimmick of this game and an oversight by me, glider sections made it impossible. Same with big ledges we couldn't jump. But still, 8 out of 32 isn't the best, but still pretty good. At least any of these were possible backwards. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, everybody. Have a great day.